Okay, let's start with what are my thoughts. Oh boy. They beat the crap out of my house. Let me do a little repair work. Hey everybody, it's SunGod. How's it going? We are on Alpha 13.1. We're going to do our first little playthrough that I've done in a very long time. I'm actually pretty excited to be playing the game. And you know what? I've been out all day and I'm just back in, and I'm going to give this about a half an hour playthrough, so let's see what's going on. Yeah, so this is a server. This is a Long Dark Night. This is one I host. You're happy to jump on by, join in, and join the crew that's playing. I have only been playing this since the release came out on Sunday. I've maybe put about, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours into the game so far. I was hoping to sort of jump in as soon as the release came out. That's a little glitchy there. But unfortunately it didn't work out that way, but I'm here now, so let's go take a look. Alright, I have plenty of time to show you what's going on inside. Let's go see what the world looks like outside. I made some visual changes to increase the rendering distance. Okay, let's start with what are my thoughts. Oh boy. They beat the crap out of my house. Let me do a little repair work. Oh yeah, I need to make some frames. Bear with me for a moment while I do a little repair before it gets too dark here. What do I think about all the changes? Overall good. Am I stoked about all of them? No. There's some that I'm still struggling with. Man, they really beat the crap out of this place. I logged out when a horde had just come in. I needed to go out and get off to work, and, well, that's what happens. Alright. So the things that I like, obviously there are a lot of improvements, motion capture animations, a lot of things that I ran through on my last walkthrough, or at least my last talkthrough. It wasn't really a walkthrough. And the things that I guess that as an old-timer that I'm struggling with are things such as the changes that they've made to the menuing system. You know, I'm going to adjust my audio down a little bit here because all of the recordings that I had done in the past were pre-update, and it may have changed all my audio settings. So hopefully that's a little bit better. I'll drop that down. How's that? Alright, let's get back to what I was talking about. What was I talking about? They made a lot of good improvements to it. And so, yeah, as an old-timer, of course, I'm used to playing things a certain way, and, you know, you get set in your habits, and you get used to it, and then change comes along, and then you have to struggle with the changes. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, is trying to come to grips with them. Not saying I hate them, not saying that I'm loving them, I'm just trying to get used to them. Alright, as we go through here and do a little bit of repair. So the upgrade in place, what you're seeing me do here is nothing different from what you used to be able to do. You see all that skill, crafting improve. I've been doing, oops, that's all. Ooh, why didn't I do that before? I've been doing some kind of power leveling, running through doing a lot of crafting and building, because normally I do a lot of building anyway, so it's nothing out of the ordinary for me. But man, when you get started on this, the stone tools are absolutely and utterly useless. They are a complete joke. So you're going to spend a lot of time beating rocks. You know, the old Minecraft joke is that you're punching trees. You're effectively doing the same thing with this until you power up. Carefully consider what you're going to spend your skill points in. I would highly advise that any skill points that you do get, that you go out and you immediately invest them in crafting, because crafting is going to be everything. You're not going to be able to knock down a few trees and automatically start building a house. It takes a long time. I started this game, I got killed like within the first 10 minutes. Respawned, just so happened to spawn right outside of this house, and there happened to be a series of caves under it, so I dropped a claim here. So Let's take a look, see where I'm at. Actually, I don't even know if anybody else is online right now, but this is as far as I've gone. Oh, yep, looks like some people are online. You see some chat up there on the left. This is my house here. The waypoint, I love the map. I love the new map. It's so much better. Being able to scroll out and see the area, even though I haven't explored, is a huge improvement. Being able to set your own waypoints. This is a cave just behind the house here. I've got a well back up here. So probably actually check and see what my water status is. And if you see me flailing around with the menus, it's because I just haven't gotten used to them. Inventory. Since it's daylight, I have a little bit of time to talk about it. This is the new menuing system. Visually, I'm kind of leaving that kind of visual aesthetic alone. Here's what I have to say is that I think that it contains a lot of great functionality. It contains a lot of great information. Those two are fantastic. Where I think this falls short is that the flow of it, I'm starting to feel it kind of sucks. And the way I go about it, because I find myself stumbling through it, right? Down here are the menus. If you need to move something back and forth, you can still move them back and forth. But if you need to, say, craft something, you go here, you find it. Let me turn off my favorites. I scroll down, I find, let's just say frame, right? I don't want to make a cobblestone frame. I want to make a wood frame here. Ignore that it's favorited right now. Then my attention goes from over here to over here, right? So it's cool in that it shows you the items that you need to build it and how many you have. That's awesome. It saves you that menial labor of having to do that. However, you got to get to type in your little values here, this tiny little area, and then hit craft here. So your attention kind of goes here, then here, then here. It's just a little disconnected. Forging, I have sort of the same kind of problem with it, but you know, it's something I don't want to bitch and whine about. It's just a frustration that I've run into, and it's kind of nagging on me a little bit. All right, so let's go show you a little bit of the tree killing. So one of the things I really actually do like about the new system is that you get resources as you hit items, harvest items. So here I've managed to build to craft a decent axe. You can see in the lower right hand that I'm collecting the wood as I hack at it, and you can see the health of the tree going down here. Trees no longer seem to fall through the world, at least not from what I've seen. However, there is still a very high risk of death by tree. Even if the tree is only as tall as you are, apparently it has a super heavy, massive gravity, and it will crush you. So run away from the trees. Now you finish cutting down the tree, and you're going to get a big resource table with it. So that's pretty freaking cool. I gotta say, I like that bit a lot. Gotta do this before it gets too dark. So what I'm trying to do actually is build a garden up on my roof so I can get food going. I've got most seeds. Oh, okay, let me show you an example of something. So I managed to create this fire axe here. You see that's a skill or a level 45 for the fire axe. As I said, I've been crafting a lot. What is kind of cool is you can repair in place. You don't need to go to a forge or anything, and you can just select that item. Again, your attention has to move up here. There's no more right click, which kind of sucks. I would have liked to be able to right click repair and be done with it, but now I've got to go here, hit repair, and then it's going to use some amount of forged iron. The thing I don't see is I can't tell exactly how much iron it's going to use. And here's the dilemma. Is it cheaper for me to just go and build a new fire axe or repair this one? Because when you repair a fire axe, there's a modifier that's going to take away some of the quality of that fire axe. So I'll show you, for example, 45. What's this going to come back to? Let's say I've got, it's level 45 now, and I've got 15 forge islands. So let's see how many it takes to repair. So it took 3 to repair it, and it dropped the quality down to 41. So basically I lost 3 bars of iron in order to lose 4 levels of quality for that. So let's go actually craft a new fire axe, and I'll show you something. It's crafting away. You can see it's in the crafting queue. 48 seconds remaining, so I'll run around. Oh my god, they just released another patch. So at the end of this video, I'll go apply the patch and then we'll see how it's going. So I have about 5.5 minutes. I'm sorry, why did I even say that? I was translating the time here. It's 5:30 p.m. and I've got until 10 o'clock on my server here. Till the zombies start running. I'm using the default zombie and animal values right now, so there are currently, I think, a maximum of 60 zombies that appear in the world, and 50 animals, and I think 60 zombies. I think that's what it is. Anyway, they're the defaults. So actually you don't see a lot of zombies around, at least my fort. They might be spawning off in the distance, I'm just not seeing them. 7-day hordes are definitely hitting. They are scaling up according to my level. Let's get ready to run away! Alright. So as you use items, you also increase your skill items in those, so I can show you this in a little bit. Let's see. Oh, see, I'm still confused by the menus. Here's the new item, the new fire axe that I crafted. Level 62, right? So here, the thing you need to ask yourself is when you craft a new item, you need to weigh the cost of crafting a new one. I think it cost me 5 iron ingots. I think I was down to 12, right? So it cost me 5 iron ingots to craft a new level 62 fire axe, whereas it cost me 3 iron ingots to lose 4 levels on an older fire axe. So in a way, if you've got a good supply of metal and your repairing isn't so great and you're losing levels, it might be worth it just to run out your old tool and craft a new one. Fortunately, I'm sitting on a mine, so it's not a problem for me. And I need to run around here and do a lot of tree chopping so I can build at night. I may just spook through this so you guys can see the interesting part when I'm done. So why don't I go ahead and I'll speed through this and then I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, we're back. Actually, a couple things. Lower left-hand corner, you see that 25%? That's my food indicator. It's telling me I'm pretty low on food. That only pops up when you get below a certain threshold. There are, I believe, 4 sort of points, 75%, 50%, and 25%. Otherwise, you've got to jump in here every single time to your character menu up here in the upper right to see your food and water. A lot of people are complaining about this. I think it's a big problem. Devs say just mod it to put it back in, which I think kind of sucks. Okay, the other thing is the stamina on the lower left. This isn't really different from the previous version of the game. If your stamina gets really low, you do everything much more slowly. However, it's much easier to run your stamina down now, I think, than it used to be. And I've got my graphics settings turned up pretty high. I've got a GTX, what am I still running, a 780 Ti, and turned up my draw distance out to 11. And I've got the quality turned up pretty high. Let's take a look. I'll show you guys what I got the quality set at. Video. See my settings here. So the viewing distance up to 11, line of detail distance 60%. Got a lot of settings, not maxed out, but pretty high. How much time do I have left here? 7:20. That's the other thing, to check the time. You got to go back in there. So a lot of things that they hid away in order just to try and make the GUI clean actually made the playability a little more difficult. So, alright, we'll get back to collecting, and then we'll see you soon. Alright, back. I love that I have a metal door now. They're still gonna beat through it, that's the problem. Let's see, what else have I got here? I didn't have a chance to go out and collect any metal. It looks like I'm doing with my cloth armor. Oh yeah, let's cycle through some of the screens while I have a little bit of time here. So we've looked at the crafting menu. That's pretty straightforward. New character menu. This is my dude. I need to change him up a little bit. I carried him over from Alpha 12 and he was a very short, fat, ugly to control. You like his hairdo? I like that. Put the hat back on. I don't want to see that hair. These are all the stats up here. Trying to remember, I guess that's 1%. Actually, you know what? I don't know what all of these stats are just yet. I need to go look that up. That one I'm guessing is radiation fire. They may be resistances. Yeah, I'll figure that out. All the different items that I'm wearing. My level, wellness, food, water, core temperature. Boy, this thing bobs around like there's no tomorrow. Some people are joking that the game is actually becoming called 7 Days to Heat Stroke. I'm running around without clothes, not because I don't have them. You can see my inventory. I've got plenty of clothes, but because it drives my temperature up here. I'll show you real quick. Let's go ahead and wear everything, and you'll see how quickly my temperature jumps up. Just watch that. It's 83 right now, and you're going to see it slowly start to go up. Do I have everything on there? Yeah, I do. Okay, so little by little, it's just crawling its way up. And I haven't done anything. I'm not moving. I'm standing here. So gradually what you see is that goes up. That's going to, I think, dehydrate me a little more, and it's going to slow me down. So me just standing here, this is gradually going up. The ambient temperature, let's take a look at that so you don't think that I'm... ambient temperature outside is 69 degrees steady. So it's not the temperature going up, and I'm not in the desert, right? My elevation's 59 meters, which I guess should be kind of normal-ish. But yeah, so going back here, you see it's increase, and I'm not even standing near a fire or a forge or anything. So let's run upstairs where, yeah, let's run upstairs here. At some point I have to reinforce this whole thing. I used to go dig straight down whenever I started a new base, but it is so difficult now to collect resources. That is probably prohibitive right now. All right, so let's show you something. I'm going to quickly before I turn these on. I just want to show you the new forges and everything. And actually, where did all my water go? I do not know where my water bottles went. I had additional water bottles, but they seem to have disappeared. This is not good. Anyway, so if I turn this on, let's take a look at my character heat. This should start shooting up. If I turn on the forge, actually this is going to finish crafting the metal here, so I'm lower left. Let's watch my character's ambient heat. Well, I don't know if ambient's the right word, but you see lower left corner, it's saying that I'm starting to heat up. So little by little, my temperature is going up and up and up. The interesting thing about this is that this reads core temperature. And even though the temperature outside is 68 degrees, it says that my core temperature is 89. I'm not sure if core temperature is the right term that they should use because the human core temperature healthy is 98.6. So that seems a little bit off. But the point being, I'm standing here, not doing anything, close to the fire, and my temperature is going to shoot up into like the low 100s, which could cause a big problem for me. Now, if I move further away, that goes down. Not necessarily a bad thing, but as you can see, that temperature is still rising and I'm all the way across the room. See lower left? I'm already at 90 degrees. That's kind of a problem, I think. Just standing here crafting across the room, I'm gonna get heat stroke, which is kind of ridiculous. I can understand being here, or even maybe here for a long period of time would cause some problems, but that's a little too much. I think that's projecting way too much heat, so hopefully they're gonna balance that out. Let me go ahead and turn that off to preserve my fuel. I need that to do. Actually, I wish this would stop burning fuel as soon as it finished making those ingots. Alright, let's take a look at what else I've got here. So, another nice cool thing is that the storage chests have way more capacity. I think it's about double capacity of what they used to have. So, from past videos, you've seen I've had like walls of storage chests or the metal crates. It looks like you can do with probably half the number of it. Granted, I'm just getting started, but you've seen the way that I build, and I have tons of stuff that I usually like to organize out. So all the pretty much all the items that you've seen are still there. All the weapon parts. Actually, one thing that I haven't tried yet that I was reading about this morning, and let's check this out. Apparently, there's supposed to be a radial menu, and I don't know what just happened. Oh, you know what? I accidentally grabbed everything from my... Oh my gosh, that is terrible. I accidentally hit the R button and it auto-loaded just a ton of stuff from over here that I absolutely did not mean to do. So I'm sorry guys, I was going to hit my radial menu so I'd show you something that I heard about this morning. I'll show you that in just 1 second. I do a little bit of item cleanup here. They changed around all the mouse controls as well, so I have to use that. Everything used to do with the left and shift. Now it's like almost the complete opposite. Okay, let's try that again. Without, I understand there is a radial menu, or at least I thought there was a radial menu. If you hold R, but maybe I need ammo to do that. Well, I can't right-click. See what I mean? There's some confusion. I don't even know the basic commands because all the right shift stuff is gone. I don't know. Oh, assemble, repair, equip, drop, assemble. Okay. See down here, I need a book in order to assemble it. I know for building it, but so I understand. Oh, what's this? Oh. Okay, so I can pull this shows me the parts and the quality of the parts within them. Oh, this has got a light on it. Sweet. So if I had the book, I could actually disassemble this, pull the best parts out of both guns, and reassemble them. So that's cool. I like that. All right, let's run up. Let's get some favorites for crafting. Is kind of cool. As you can see here, these are the menus for basics building. Resources, ammo, weapons, tools, traps, food, cooking, medicine, clothing, and decoration. So there's a lot of stuff in there. They're going to add more, but you also have the ability to show favorites. So if I click on favorites here, this is supposed to be my favorites list, but the problem is that there's no all for favorites. You basically have to go through each section to find the favorite that you want, which is actually kind of not the point of a favorites menu. Favorites menu is quick access to all the stuff that you use. You shouldn't have to go dig for it. So I think they really need to make some improvements on that. So anyway, I digress. Let's build some stuff here. And go up on the roof and take a look. Alright, so let me shed some light on the subject here. So this is going to be my garden. And if I was smart, what I would have done actually is just cut some holes in the roof and planted the garden in the floor downstairs. But who knows? This also puts me further away from the zombies. Oh crap, that's right, I need to eat. I'm down to 10% health. Isn't that sky awesome? I think it's pretty amazing. Visually, the game's getting better. I've come from playing a fair amount of Ark recently while waiting for this version to come out. Ah, crap, do I have any food? Yeah, I've got some eggs. That's not really very good. Need to go hunting in the morning. 15%, 20%. That only got me up to 32. And oh dang, I just don't know where all my water bottles went. They just up and disappeared. Where's my hydration? Water, 26%. So here's the deal. This is why I'm ticked off about the water. So this is the user experience. I'm here. I know my water is low because I got a warning before, even though it's not still on the screen. I could have forgotten to see right there, 25%. It had warned me 50%, but then it went away. So I went off, I did other things, I forgot what was going on, and now I'm reminded, oh, it's 25%. If it was up there all the time, I would have remembered, dude, go get some water, all right? But now it's dark, I can't run outside and get water. So, if I want to find out what my water is, I've got to go to the character menu and look what my water is. Why? This just seems dumb. I just think that was a bad design decision. Sorry, that's the product guy in me. I do design stuff for a living, so it just kind of gets on my nerves when I see stuff like this. So anyway, but you know what? I don't mean to be too critical. I am doing some nitpicking, but you know what? I put 2,100 and something hours into the game. I clearly love it. But yeah, I'm going to take a break here, upgrade the server, and then I'll be back. See you in a few. Hey, we're back. Okay, wow. Okay, this is Alpha 13.2, and I immediately noticed some difference. See up top, day 30 time 2351. They've returned the time and the day. That's awesome. All right. So I have had no time, actually, hands-on seeing this. Looking at the release notes here, one of the big things that jumped out at me, it was something that I was just talking about, so it's very apropos. They have apparently rebalanced all of the tools, and particularly the iron tools. So apparently now all the iron tools are going to do the same amount of damage, but based on what they are and aren't good at, like then it's going to modify that base damage. So the fire axe is good at chopping wood, but not at mining iron. Reverse for the pickaxe and stuff like that. Stone tools apparently do half the damage that the iron tools do, and as you would expect, the steel tools do twice the amount of damage. Repairing also apparently is supposed to be some adjustments made about how much iron goes into, or what contribution it'll make to repairing. So let's do a little bit of work here, and then we'll test out the repairing and see what it does, because we saw the example of how much it took to repair something and how many levels I lost the last time. So we'll be able to look here and see. Let's go beat up our fire axe. That soundtrack, that sound effect still reminds me of something coming out of Monty Python. I'm expecting John Cleese to be jumping out of, I don't know, something from a leotard saying something stupid about a parrot. That's just me. Alright, do a little more damage to see how it's already dropping down. I'm level 62 on an iron axe, and it's visually watching it go down, which is just scary. I do feel like Alpha 13 turned into quite a grind, which was not the case in the past. It is much, 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 much harder to get started. Alright, let's go through and do a little bit of repair work. Alright, we'll do these two, and then we'll go down and repair it. How's that? And I'm sorry I don't have a helmet light to show you. I know this is rather boring, but I'll speed through this, and then we'll come back and we'll do the repair and we'll talk that one through. Okay, we're back. So here we are. We've got our fire axe. We've done, it's 62 quality. This is the original quality that I crafted it at. The only degradation has been from me using it. So I've got 20 forged iron ingots here. Let's see what it costs to repair it. I still don't know what it costs to repair it. It does tell me it takes forged iron, and it tells me information about what it can do, but there isn't a single thing in here that tells me what it's going to take to repair it. So for me, it's a guessing game as to how much I'm going to use. It could be 40, it could be nothing. So remember, I got 20 iron and 296 scrap. Let's see what happens. Okay, we went from a 62 to 57. I'm down to 18. So I lost 5 levels for repairing. Still a very expensive proposition. Can't say I particularly agree with that, considering I hacked through maybe a handful of blocks with an axe. So I still think that these iron tools are weak. That's it for now. This is SunGod. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. You have a happy zombie apocalypse, everybody. See ya.
Happy zombie apocalypse, everybody!